Yes, and welcome to Vasilis' garden. Now, guess what we're going to be talking about today? Come on, show us!
Goulburn Valley tomatoes!
That's the stuff. We've got Frank here. Now, we're going to tour around and have a look at all the different variety of tomatoes that these guys here grow. We're going to meet Frank, Carlo, Giuseppe,
Dominic, Luigi, Antonio, you name it, we've got them all.
Yeah, you got them all.
We've got them short, fat,
big,
stumpy,
tall, skinny, smart, dumb. More dumb than smart, but anyway.
Yeah.
But these guys grow tomatoes just all year round, but not quite all year round. And now the variety of tomatoes that these guys grow are slightly different to the ones we have at home. But nevertheless, we're going to learn about how they grow tomatoes and where the tomato comes from and ends up and how it ends up on the supermarket shelf for you people at home to try and eat and taste. And they reckon it's all organically grown too. Is that right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, not quite, but they're not sterile. They're
no,
not gassed?
No, they're not genetically modified. They're not gassed. They're not organically grown, but nearly organically grown.
Nearly, as close as you can get.
As close as we can
Tell
get.
us about yourself, Frank, while I got you here. How long have you been growing for?
Not very long, only about 13 or 14 years.
Yeah.
A career change.
Yeah.
Retired in 2000. More work now than ever before.
You thought this is going to be my
I thought
retirement.
this was going to be good. I wanted to be like Carlo when I grow up, but I never quite got there.
Oh, you still got, how many years has Carlo been doing it?
Oh, I think Carlo
40?
was born in a tomato, I think.
Yeah,
His mother would have been picking the tomatoes and he would have been born near a tomato crop.
Well, we're standing out in the field where Carlo grows his tomatoes. Now, his ones don't grow on sticks or anything. They're grown on the ground.
These are known as a ground variety. Carlo grows
We'll meet him?
both the ordinary, beautiful round tomato and the Roma tomato for market and processing. What people use to make their tomato sauce probably been supplied by Carlo.
That's his job, huh?
That's his job.
And we're out in what area?
This is Tachura, yeah. We're actually in Harston at the moment, but Harston's about 10 kilometres from Tachura.
I don't know where we are. That's all I know. All I can see is a sea of tomato plants here.
It's a small paddock, this one's only about 40 acres.
Let's go meet Carlo.
Let's go and meet Carlo.
Let's go, come on, Carlo. Come on. Who's this guy here, there?
This is Carlo Tartaglia.
Carlo!
Hey, good mate, yourself?
I'm very well.
You look like a fish out of water here in the bush. What are you doing
I
here?
look like a fish out of... I'm a mountain boy, mate. Don't worry. I can hang out with the goats and the donkeys, mate.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit taller than you Calabrese and Sicilianos because your tomatoes are growing on the ground here. What have we got here, mate? Show me.
Oh, well, these are a ground variety which are quite different to a trellis variety.
What's the benefit of growing them on the ground?
Ground variety is probably a more solid tomato. They're a more versatile tomato as far as that's concerned. They're used more for cutting.
Not sauce?
No, not these ones. Sauce. We have the Romas for sauce,
got
but
sauce.
these ones here are very versatile. Mums can put them into sandwiches without them dribbling everywhere.
Okay.
And they also end up on supermarket shelves, so they're a very versatile tomato, this one. These are a fairly new variety. They're only a couple of years old.
Yeah.
We've been trialling them now. We've put them in as a commercial lot.
Yeah.
And they're doing quite well. So
There you go. Look at that variety. They're nice and round, firm too.
very firm.
So you say when you cut them, they don't go soft and they've got a good shelf life on them?
They're very pulpy inside, so you're getting
Lots of juice?
you're getting a tomato rather than water. Yes.
Okay, and they taste good too. No, I can't eat this one because it's not
no,
quite ripe, but
that's
you
not
give me one.
quite ripe. Yeah. Yep.
Now, explain to us this setup here. We've got these on the ground. These are ground covers.
Yes.
But you've gone plastic.
We've got them on plastic for a couple of reasons. We're trying to conserve water because water's become very expensive. Two, keeps them off the ground so that they've got, they're protected from going rotten and that sort of thing. And it's
cleaner.
It's a lot cleaner, and they present quite well once they're in a box.
So what variety was this called?
Well, it's
we'll name it Vasilis.
It's called Entice.
Entice.
Entice, yeah.
Entice.
Yeah.
The round one.
Look for it in the supermarkets. You'll find it.
Let's go and check out your Romas. We're looking at the other variety, which are the Romas, and these two are ground covers grown on plastic. So we mentioned earlier you got the plastic, and here's a pull of it. Now you've got it dug in here.
Yeah, well,
How does it work?
if we don't put it into the ground, the wind will blow it away. So, but it actually acts as a cover so that it keeps the moisture in the ground, so we don't lose any water because the water is very precious. Yeah. And as I say, if once it's done its job, then we take it up.
Yep. And
turn the soil over. Yeah. Underneath this plastic, we have drip irrigation.
Okay. So, in a nutshell, we hoe this whole area over. We turn it over off season.
Yep.
Prepare it.
Yep.
We've put the nutrients back into the soil that we need.
Yes. There's we grow cover crops like oats and then plough them back into the ground.
Okay.
It builds up our organic matter.
Yep.
and then we
Roll
film
the
it.
plastic?
Yeah, film it. Put our drip tape system in, and away we go. Then it's just a matter of planting up and feeding the crops, and away you go.
We've just come to meet all of Carlo's family, uncles and aunties, brothers and sisters. They're all working here. Does he pay you well? And how many kilos would you get out of a tomato?
Oh, you'd probably get 20 kilos.
But we do need to mention that these two have to be sprayed, like we always mention on the show, with bluestone copper sulphate and your limes mixed together, and that'll protect all the fungal issues. And you were saying to me earlier that your crop being the lower variety is easier to have the application.
Yes, I think sprays do it easier that way. You can wet them up a lot better, and
rather than the ones grown on the stakes.
well, I'm not too sure of their problems, but the sprays do get in a lot easier. Yeah, because being a flat variety, the sprays come down right on top of them. Yeah.
He's killing the plant. He's picking, but he's killing the plant.
Oh, mate, he's been gentle. You want to see the guys that really kill the plant.
So and that's it, or is it?
No. They come. There's 3 picks here on this variety.
I see people at home when they go to their gardens and they're looking after the tomato plants, they carefully tie them up on the trellis and the stakes, making sure they don't twist or break a branch or a leaf. You guys here is just get in, bat out of hell and go hard and pick them as fast as you can.
Oh, they don't mind a bit of...
pushing around?
No, they don't mind it. No.
Yeah, the tomato tolerant to that.
Yeah,
right?
they're very tolerant. It actually aerates them, and it does them a lot of good.
All 50, is it 50 acres?
This patch here is, yeah.
How many patches you got?
Well, we've probably...
Patches.
Yeah. I don't know, it's about 250 acres worth, something like that.
Oh! So you basically have lovely people here picking the tomatoes in the little bins there, little buckets, and they fill up these bins here.
Yes.
How many bins would you fill up a day?
Oh, lots.
Lots. And where do they go from here? Straight to the good fruit stores?
From here they go to our pack house. They're graded. Any stuff that doesn't belong in a box ends up out the back, and they make juice out of it. And the rest end up in all your good fruit shops.
Beautiful, there you go. These are your aromas. And these are the ones they make tomato sauce out of, huh?
These are the ones they make tomato sauce out of as well. The redder ones go for tomato sauce for your backyarders.
Everybody's already, tomato sauce season's already gone.
Not this year.
Not this year?
No, they're still going because there's been a shortage of it. And
you got a supply of it too?
Yes, so a lot of these redder ones will end up in the backyards. The other lighter coloured ones like this one ends up on a supermarket shelf or a good fruit shop shelf.
Fantastic. Well, I'll go check out your packing shed too. Hey Carlo, what do you reckon about your ground cover tomatoes, eh? Maresi.
You're all right. Number 1.
Now you saw those fields of tomatoes out there Carlo's Romas and the other new varieties got? Check out his factory. This is the packaging place here. There's hundreds of people picking tomatoes. What are they doing?
Now these guys are packing them, but they're taking out the tomatoes that have been graded, putting them in a box, and making sure the quality's good. What's good goes in the box.
They're all good. What's wrong with them?
Well, we're very fussy around here, so we make sure that everybody in the city gets the very best tomatoes. So.
All right, so they grade them. So how do they grade them?
The machine grades them. These guys just pack them into the box, make sure that the stuff that comes here is of optimum quality.
Yeah.
And it goes out to the back where they palletise it.
All right. Well, go show me where you palletise them.
Okay, no worries.
Sounds like pulverise them.
No, palletise.
No gas?
No, these ones here end up on a shelf. Yeah.
And how long does it take you from the moment of picking them to boxing them and getting them on the shelf?
Well, we picked them this morning, packed this afternoon, and be on a shelf tomorrow morning. So they're fresh as like being in your garden.
You reckon?
They are. Better.
Not bad, mate.
Not bad?
Not bad.
Thank you very much.
Actually, that's about the best Roma I've tasted so far, and I've been in a lot of homes.
Have you? I hope you enjoy it. You'll have to take home with you.
Oh, I love them. I love these tomatoes.
That's the end result. A lot of hard work and freshness goes into these. These greener ones obviously go a lot further than the red ones. They probably go all the way to Queensland, the islands.
And that's because they last longer. They need to ripen still.
Well, they still need to ripen a bit. They're almost since they travel. This colour here travels.
Okay.
The redder ones go to closer markets, because they're ready for use for the next day. Tomorrow morning, someone will be eating these. So
great. There you go, folks. If you can find this tomato, Vasilis touched it. Better yet, Vasilis eating it.
You're eating all my tomatoes, Brad. What are you doing?
To see Francesco's here, little processing plant.
Little Frankie.
Little Frankie they call you, eh?
Little Frankie with the little tomatoes.
Yeah. Now these, what are these? These are
Grape tomatoes.
great tomatoes. I know they're great tomatoes.
Grape.
Oh,
Grape tomatoes. Now you taste one of those. They're the real thing.
All right.
What you saw this morning was only a pretend tomato.
So
this is the
real
you
thing.
taste it. You tell me. You tell me if it's any good.
Oh, that tastes good, mate.
They taste beautiful. Don't say good. They taste beautiful.
Actually,
Tell your viewers
Carlo,
they taste fantastic.
Carlo and Joel, your tomatoes look big,
They
round.
look
but
good. Mine tastes good.
Just close your eyes. Now this processing plant here, very similar to Carlo's, but a smaller scale, meaning because you're working with a smaller fruit.
That's correct. Identical technology. A camera photographs every tomato and then says drop it in number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, depending on colour and size. Start from the extreme red, go down to the greens at the other end.
I want to see your tomato plants. I want to see where they come from.
I'll take you there in a
wanna
minute.
show me?
As soon as you're ready, we'll go.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Ciao, baby.
Hey, Frank! Where are you, eh? Check out all these tomato plants. What's going on? Anybody see Frank?
Ticadas, buddy.
Where are you, eh?
I'm over here in the tomatoes, buddy.
I can't see it, eh?
Because you're too
Sea of
short.
tomatoes. He's got tomatoes growing everywhere. Mate, what are you up to here, mate? What's this? Tomatoes,
This is jungle, buddy.
jungle. These are
This is jungle junks.
like we saw before. We got the trickling system underneath.
Underneath, yes, that's
which
correct.
is the
yeah.
dripper system, as
The
we
dripper.
would probably know it. Plastic.
Our beds are not as wide because the fruit doesn't actually sit on the bed.
ground.
Our fruit sits off the ground. So when it's extreme heat,
Yes.
it's still breathing very, very good.
You said earlier that when we're coming up here that you have to. Do you actually sit there and pick the the branches off one by one?
No. We've got these big knives and we've got a machine actually that's got a blade and a blade on the top and 2 on the side.
Yeah.
We go along with the machine
Yeah.
and the machine actually gives them a haircut, short back and sides.
That's it.
And then what the machine misses, because the blades only reach about a foot off the ground, about a foot off the trellis, then we go along with a knife and cut them.
And clean them up.
We've got to give them a good haircut so the fruit will grow nice and big.
And we mean by fruit growing nice and big is that we get a lot more sunlight inside.
That's right.
And a lot
they
more
breathe better. They
Exactly.
no mildew.
As we talk about the fruit trees,
That's
they
right.
need to breathe.
They need to breathe. They need to get the fresh air, the wind going through.
You know what? Thank you so far, mate.
It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. I haven't seen anything like this in my life, and I believe many viewers haven't either. And it's something for them to take note of when the next time they're going to go and plant some tomatoes in their garden.